trying to go west. Ukraine's ambitions to join NATO are to be voiced once again, as the alliance's Secretary General pays a visit to the capital, Kiev. But those ambitions appear to be purely official. The general public seems to show no enthusiasm for their country entering NATO. And some political forces see it as their main goal to change their minds. The pro-presidential Our Ukraine People's Self-Defense Party has launched an information campaign.
Our strategic goal is to join NATO, but today most Ukrainians aren't even sure what NATO is. So that's what we're focusing on, educating the public about the alliance and what the benefits of Ukraine's membership would be.
But in what has become jokingly called Ukrainian political style, the country's main political forces are once again taking opposite sides. The Party of Regions says it will do everything it takes to prevent Ukraine heading west.
Our party position has been, is, and will remain the same. We want to be outside the bloc. According to recent polls, over 70% of the Ukrainian population don't want their country to join NATO, and we'll do all in our power to support the people's choice.
And so, the fight for public support continues. Those pushing NATO accession forward have begun high-profile initiatives, including TV advertising, hoping to score points with the public. But this is one game the people do not seem to want to play. According to the latest polls, public support for NATO accession is dropping.
To our great surprise, we saw that in the first 4 months of Ukraine's active efforts of receiving the NATO membership action plan, public support of the idea fell by 10%. We double-checked the figures, and there's no mistake. It's a unique situation. The political and business communities want the move, and the public simply do not.
And it appears there could be good reason for the public concern. Should Ukraine join the alliance, a lot may change, and it would mainly affect the people. This warning bell was sounded by Russia's Deputy Prime Minister Sergei Ivanov.
If Ukraine joins NATO, then a visa regime between Russia and Ukraine will inevitably, or almost inevitably, be introduced sooner or later. This will happen not because of some crafty designs of malicious Russians, but because NATO will force Ukraine to do it.
Russia has frequently opposed NATO's eastward expansion, considering it a direct threat to national security. But the possible integration will affect not only Russia, and the Ukrainian population seem to be well aware of the fact. For the moment, neither the public nor the politicians have managed to reach a consensus on whether Ukraine's future lies within the North Atlantic Alliance. But those actively supporting the idea are welcoming in members of the NATO-Ukraine Committee in the hopes that one day in the near future, NATO will welcome in Ukraine. Katerina Zarva, RT,